Hi y'all, today we are in description. The folder is called Describe Us, and we're going to describe everything and what the biblical Israelites look like. Why these pagans out here suffering out this heat. It's hot. Funny how the Lord turned the world into the lake of fire for them, but heaven for us. I say turn it up a couple more degrees. But anyway, let's get to reading. Just remember now, this is describing us. This is day 8, Ben Yosef with the South Carolina Hebrew Israelites. Yeah, it's getting big, baby. The movement is out there. One of the early battles of the Maccabean revolt, where Judas and his forces defeat 𝔜ᴣ on the 𝚑𝚊𝚟𝚎 pass. General 𝔜ᴣ leads the 6,000 Seleucid troops down the Mediterranean coast that turns east toward Jerusalem through Lydia and up the steep ascent of 𝚑𝚊𝚟𝚎. And I'll get that for you right now. This is Jerusalem. This nigga goes from the coast. Here's 𝚑𝚅𝚎. You can see the waves leading up to the, so he's going between these ridges. One of these. Okay, let's look at another one. Lower 𝚑𝚅𝚎. Remember, it say he's going up the ascent, steep ascent. This is the lower 𝚑𝚅𝚎, upper 𝚑𝚅𝚎, the Jordan, Gibeah of Saul. Let's go back. Gibeah of Saul, the Jordan. So Jerusalem right here. So he's going up. He's going up. He's going between these two mountains and stuff. Okay. All right. 𝚑𝚅𝚎. This is 𝚑𝚅𝚎. Between these valleys is this right here, 𝚑𝚅𝚎. Okay, so that's where we at. We are looking north, northeast. This is west, northwest, south, southeast, west to east. Judas chose to meet him with 1,200. Look at that number. Valiant men on a steep, narrow pass between lower 𝚑𝚅𝚎 and upper 𝚑𝚅𝚎. Okay, between lower 𝚑𝚅𝚎 and upper 𝚑𝚅𝚎. He makes them right there. You're gonna see what Judas, my boy, did. So he goes over there. So this is like right here. Okay, all right. All right. Judas again divides his men into 3 groups, 2 on the sides of the pass, and he and his elite troops called the faithful, niggas that ain't gon' bang, at the head of the pass. General 𝚜ᴣ crosses the plain of Sharon and goes to first valley that leads to Jerusalem. Alright, he crosses the plain, first valley that leads to Jerusalem. Alright, this road ascends 1,500 feet way up here in 2 miles. So you got this right, this where he at. I'm showing you the land. You acting like this is fake. This is realer than you. Them niggas did this. That's why we here today. Because of this. In a way. In 2 miles, and at times is a narrow trail. Get them. We get them right here probably. At the top of a narrow trail, Yehuda shows himself and his elite troops. What's up, niggas? You made it to me? Now die. 𝚜ᴣ. Hold on, let's get it. Organization of the Legion. You got to know how much a legion is. A full-strength legion was officially made up of 6,000 men. 6,000. So he had 1 legion. But typically all legions were organized at understrength and generally consisted of approximately 5,300 real niggas and a couple of niggas that was just for along for the ride. Mercenaries, people that wasn't even from that country, like America going to Ukraine to fight Russians. It was like that. They came to fight Jerusalem, had nothing to do with Rome, but they wanted to see us fall, the people around Jerusalem. Other mercenaries, Syrians, Armenians, Ammonites, all of them niggas. 5,300 fighting men, including officers. I thought it was 5,400, but it's 5,300, including officers. It is difficult to determine whether non-combatant like field surgeons and clerks were included. No, they weren't in the 5,300, or help bring the total number of men up to the official 6,000. Probably more likely that. So let's go back. So he had a legion. You thought they were medical doctors? What did they say? Field surgeons and clerks. Field surgeon, because if you get an arm cut off, you won't hope somebody know how to bend broke your arm back in, or you get your arm broke. 𝔂𝚌 decides he could easily drive through the few Maccabean troops. 𝔂𝚌 continues up the pass. Don't give a damn. I'm the white man. I'm better than everybody. Let's see what happens. He's just going. He says, I'm going to get to the Jerusalem. So he has to go up here somewhere. Cause look at the ridge. So he's up there. Judas is up here like, what's good, my boy? What's good, my nigga? 𝔂𝚌 decides he could easily drive through the few Maccabean troops. 𝔂𝚌 could look at the unction and gumption, the pride of this man. 𝔂𝚌 continues up the pass to reach Judas, only to find himself trapped. Oh, God. Then Judas sounds the shofars, and the archers and slingers fire on the trapped Seleucid troops. I'm pretty good with a sling, my boy. 𝔂𝚌 is killed, and the Seleucids tear off their armor, throw down their weapons, and are chased back to the coastal plain. Okay. Judas has now defeated 2 generals and defeated 2 armies. Wow. Now y'all niggas would be scared, you'd be afraid to do that today. The surrounding nations begin. Now that's what made them start talking about the Maccabees in Judah. This is where the Maccabee is born. When they defeated them at Beth-horon, that's when the Maccabee story came into fruition. The Maccabee revolt has become a major rebellion against the Antiochus. IV is 4, VI is 6, and V is 5. Epiphanes. Tried a long time to stay away from learning Roman numerals, even before I was in the truth. I always knew I didn't want to know too much knowledge, but enough to get through high school. And the merchants of the country, this is Maccabees chapter 3, Apocrypha, and the merchants of the country, hearing the fame of them in the Protestant and in the Roman Catholic, the fame of them took silver and gold very much with servants, and came into the camp to buy the children of Israel for slaves. Silver and gold with much servants. A power also of Syria and of the land of Philistines joined themselves unto them. Okay. Now when Judas and his brethren saw the miseries were multiplied, and that the forces did encamp themselves in their borders. See, we over here in America today, but they would have never dreamed that we would be in such a condition we in today. This is truly hell. They got freedom here, and they saw themselves in miseries. How much more woes for a Negro in captivity after 400 years? Do you see the miseries? Our people love to kill our people for the enemy. That's atrocity. I'll see 2 Judeans hold down a Negro, while a heathen beat up and choke out a man to death, and they'll hold this man's hands down. That's crazy. You're adding to the death of your own. For they knew how the king had given commandment to destroy the people. Do you see? And that's still a command to this day. And utterly abolished them. So when I'm telling you that these devils don't want you around, it's not because you're black. It's because the devil, Lucifer, wants to kill the children of God. It's just that simple. They said one to another, let us restore the decayed fortune of our people, and let us fight for our people in the sanctuary. Then was the congregation gathered together, that they might be ready for battle, and that they might pray and ask mercy and compassion. God, you know we can't, Most High Yah, you know we can't do this without you. Now Jerusalem lay void as a wilderness. To this day, might I add, there was none of her children that went in or out, but the Gentiles do to this day. The sanctuary also was trodden down. Oh, there you go. God got me. and aliens kept the stronghold. Oh, y'all got me. To this day, it's almost like they're using it as a stronghold, because none of those Jews, and they got it as a stronghold, but Jewish people are all over the world. The heathen had their habitation in that place, and so to this day, and joy was taken from Jacob to this day, and the pipe with the harp ceased till this day. Wherefore the Israelites are, now we got drums and bass bringing in the judgment. You see how that works? We had the flutes and the harp singing beautiful angel music, messenger music, the blessings of Yahuwah. But now we got a drum in judgment day. Boom, boom, 808. Boom, 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 boom. God gonna kill you. Giving your ass that judgment. The boom, 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 boom. Wherefore the Israelites assembled themselves together and came to Mashpah over against Jerusalem. For in Mashpah was the place where they prayed aforetime in Israel. Let's get Mashpah. Let's get Mashpah. Let me get Mashpah. The Roman legion. Mashpah. Mishpah, Jerusalem. Mishpah. Yahuwah Mishpah. Okay, they came from the sea. Remember, their stronghold back in ancient Israel was Caesarea. Used to be. That's when Rome. We're talking about Greek right now, so it's about 200 years before. And the merchants of the country, hearing the fame of them, took silver and gold with their servants and came into the camp to buy the children of Israel for slaves. You could say mercenaries right here. But it says the merchants of the country. Who is the merchants today? Jeff Bezos and all these guys. Planned Parenthood. The guy, Bill Gates, right? Mashpah, over against Jerusalem. For in Mashpah, they prayed. Wadi, 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 Wadi. Mashpah. This is Jerusalem. There's Mashpah. Let's get another Mashpah. Any more Mashpah? That's it for Mashpah. Here we go. Mizpah, Mashpah. Jebus, Jerusalem. Mizpah, Mashpah. So they came over here, Beth Horon. Then we went over there to pray. Mashpah. So what did they say? Israelites assembled themselves and came to Mashpah. Assembled themselves around it. Around here is where it was hot. They're like, okay, watch out for Beth Horon. Them Israelites will kill you over there. So all the Israelites got ready for that big skirmish. They went to Mashpah. All the Israelites in the area went to Mashpah to start praying, because they about to try to go to Jerusalem. So we got to pray around here. Jerusalem getting ready. They got to go to Mashpah to pray. This and this is called birthright. This order agrees with the rulers of the birthright as they were set down by Moshe later on. For the son of the loved wife could not be favored at the expense of the firstborn, who was the son of the unloved. The fact that Reuben did forfeit his birthright was entirely, they say, his fault. He had gone up to his father's bed and committed adultery with Bilhah, his father's concubine, and therefore he was deprived, or we could say maidservant, of his privilege. Let's go look. So we see Abraham. So not a lot going on with Ishmael. We got Rebekah, Esau, and Jacob. I love this marriage the most, Isaac and Rebekah, because Jacob reminds me of me in this story. I gotta go flee, and my mama's the one to help me, and it's me and my mama, rocking with my daddy, rocking with other people, me and my mama. Alright, Jacob and Leah. So now we got Reuben, Simeon, Levi. How many of you knew that Simeon was the second born? He's up there. But guess what? Reuben went up to the father's bed. The position linked with the birthright went to Judah. Let me get this up here real quick. Went to Judah. Go back. It's okay. It's alright. Here we go. The position went to Judah. So The position linked with the birthright went to Judah. So Reuben, Simeon, Levi. Remember, Simeon and Levi. It says it right there. Simeon and Levi were passed over because of their violence against the inhabitants of Shechem. So Reuben defiled. Simeon and Levi passed over. It goes to Judah. Guess who's next? 1, 2, 3, 4. Next is, you think it's Issachar, but it's actually Dan. And Dan means judge. Let's go get that. It's actually Dan. You see number 5, Dan. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not Issachar and Zebulon, even though they came from Leah. The Lord closed the womb for a second, switched it over to Rachel people, and it's Dan and Naphtali. Okay. Again, keep going. Come on, you bastards. Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Dan, Naphtali. Okay. Leah, Bilhah, Rachel, Zilpah. Whoopsie. Alright. Any more? Again, Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah. 4, 9. For Issachar, go to Dan. 5, 6. It's kind of blurry. Okay. Dan, number 5. Dan means judge. So after Judah, it would have went to Dan. You don't think God got him? God got himself. Okay. Let's go back to this one right here. Alright. Because of their violence against the inhabitants of Shechem, the wealth linked with it, however, the firstborn was entitled to a double portion of the inheritance went to Joseph. Ooh. The first son of Rachel, the loved one, or rather it went to Ephraim and Manasseh, Joseph's sons, who Jacob had blessed previously and more or less adopted as his own sons. Thus Ephraim and Manasseh obtained a place of their own among the tribe of Israel, and they did get double portion. So we see that both Judah and Joseph are given a prominent place in the blessings of Jacob, Judah receiving the position of a ruler and Joseph the wealth laid up for the firstborn. You're going to see Ephraim was a place that was really Israel. Judah was Judah, but northern Israel, Samaria is the capital, located in Ephraim. In blessing his son, Jacob first addressed his son Leah, putting Zebulon. Hold on. Let me get it. Leah, putting Zebulon. Let me put this to the side real quick. Okay, because you know how this thing be. Alright. Cool. In blessing his son, Jacob first addresses the son of Leah, putting Zebulon before Issachar. Then the sons of the maid, Zebulon before Issachar. Why? Then the son of the maids follow, of whom Naphtali is the one mentioned last. Somebody gotta be. Both sons of Zilpah, Leah's maid, are given a place between the two sons of Bilhah, Rachel's maid. Finally, we have, this is just heathens trying to decipher our people. That's all I see. This is them trying to figure out if there's a loophole. Finally, and they do that. You notice the tone of voice when you read certain of these Gentiles literature. Finally, we have Joseph and Benjamin, the two sons of Rachel, the wife whom Jacob loved more than Leah, and for whom he served his father-in-law Laban another 7 years. Laban means white. Listen, Jacob, you don't think Jacob knew that was Leah? He already knew that was Leah. They didn't, he's not that stupid. He's not stupid at all. Alright, and it was no kind of less love. It's just one woman he was really after, and she had a sister, and back then you had to marry the older one first or it looked bad for the whole family. So he was like, you know what, let me work for the younger one. And that's when the father and his young daughter Leah had nothing to do with it. The father devised that. You understand? Rachel probably was just a young woman, not even caring about marriage or whatever, right? It was Jacob that was the lover. You got to understand the story like that. It wasn't nobody hating on nobody. Everybody was family. You got to remember that everybody's family and cousin. It wasn't no detestableness. At the time, therefore, they decreed, saying, whosoever shall come to make battle with us on the Shabbat, we will fight against them. Yesterday was Shabbat. Neither will we die, all as our brethren that were murdered. We are being murdered in the secret places. Then came there unto him a company of Assyrians, talking about describing us. Judaism, noun, is what we are. A member of a sect characterized by its religious zeal and piety, not the zealots, that flourished in the 2nd century BC, 200 to 100 to 0, during the time of the Maccabees, and vigorously resisted the Hellenization of Yahudian culture and religion. I love the Assyrians. They are some assassins. They are some gangsters. Okay, let's go back. As fascinating. Oh, let's go to the Byzantine coin. That's what I wanted to get. There we go. Oopsie doodles. Y'all cheating. You're not supposed to read ahead of me. You're supposed to wait for me. Wait for the teacher. Wait for your fellow student council teacher. As fascinating and important coin type, showing on a fascinating and important coin type, showing one of the very first depictions of Christ on a coin. Let me put my phone on vibrate. Waiting on the phone call. A solid gold Byzantine solidus minted under Emperor Justinian. I just want to point out, look at this depiction. You know he's a white man, a Euro Gentile. You know he's a fat, disgusting, pork eating. You know they sacrificed pork, they ate it. Look at him. Look at them. Tie their hair up and all of that. Okay, that's the wreath, right? Okay, look at the hair flow. We know who this is, right? Look at that. You know who looks like that. Look at that thin ass lip. The lip is almost concave. Alright? But they know how to write perfectly. I know that's the ESARCA, Caesar. So let's not play. Now let's go to Christ. This is the black man. I'm going to get a better picture than that. Let's blow up the black Messiah. Y'all don't know who this black man is, do you? Minted under Emperor Justinian. That's him, Justinian. Struck during his second reign while ruling with his only son Tiberius, circa 705 to 711. This is AD, 700 years after Messiah. You don't think they know what this black man looked like? Putting them on the coin. And these white people today will hide this information. They know what Christ looked like, man. They know what the Mashiach is, which is interpreted the Christ. That's the reason why they don't even believe in God. First, their forefathers tried to burn the books and stop the law and kill the prophets and prevent circumcision. When that didn't work, 2,000 years later, now they just say, all together, to hell with it, there is no God. Just give it up completely. They say, well, since you believe there ain't no such thing as God anyway, that book ain't real. That's what they're trying to say. So now we got the book, they couldn't burn it. Oh, you know what? That book's not real, actually. Man, shut your ass up. From the Constantinople Mint, the obverse depiction, the facing bust of Christ Pantocrator. I don't know what that means. With cross behind head and short beard, he wears a pallium. Cross behind head, short beard. Christ had a short beard, a straggly beard just like me. Not no big old boy. If you one of them Negroes and you got big old calf legs and you got hair all over your leg and chest, your people have been mixing with some heathens. I ain't gonna lie. Israelites are naturally short in the sight of the Gentiles. We're skinny like Ehud. We're not unhealthy people. And we like to laugh and we show compassion. That's a Hebrew. That's a Judean at least. You ain't gonna BS me. I know a brother when I see one. All of y'all big old behemoth looking niggas, I don't know where y'all from. With cross behind head and short beard. He wears a pallinium woolen cloak over a colobium short sleeve tunic. Ooh. And raise his right hand in benediction while he clutch the book of Gospels in his left hand. The legend reading, 𝔜𝚜nhs rex regnatium, something like that. Regnatium. Our Lord, our Adonai, Yeshua, Mashiach, Melech HaMelechim. Okay, a black man, our Lord, King of Kings, a nigga that can beat our cracker ass. Yeah, this my G right here. Look at this nigga eye. Look at the watery eyes. That's Hebraic. That's Hebraic. Look at him. Now look, that's Justinian. That's Justinian. I know that's a cross. I know that's some kind of sash with a cup. I know that's a thumb. What is that? What are those? That's a nigga nose. That is a nigga nose. Now they trying to make the nigga hair stringy, right? But we know the nigga probably had dreads or locks, right? Twists, 2-strand twists. That is a nigga. Look at the eyes. That is a nigga nose. Look at these lips. Now we gonna go back to this nigga. Is that the Christ? Or is this the Christ? I should get the picture of that fake Jesus. But you know what time it is. Again, Justinian, narrow, might have been Khazarian. Broad, big nose. Look at that lip. I'm not playing no games when I come back with y'all. I'm whooping niggas ass first who lied and let these crackers get as far as they did. Then I'm whooping the Euro Gentiles ass and every other nation after that. Okay? Somebody got this pristine in their house. Somebody got a picture of a black man on a coin. Why? I don't know. I bet you'll see a white thumb. Why do they have that? I don't know. Are they fascinated with black men? Give us our coin back. 𝚑𝚊𝚟𝚎. Okay, the reverse with the crown facing Buster seen wearing lowers a high ornament and heavy jewel toga worn by emperors holding cross potent on 3 steps in right hand and globus Kruger symbol Christ rule on earth in left. The legend reading, I'm just showing you different coins. That's the facets where they beat Christ with. That's their emblem, the American eagle. That's the white man. Again, the axe, the facet. United States of America divided, really. Again, this is on a dime. Oh yeah, we in Rome, baby. Look at that guy, the white guy. Oh yeah, we in Rome. Look at that mean bastard. Talk about pig demon. Pig demon. A nigga. My dog rocking all kind of jewelry. Alright. Now we're going to see it again. The 3 steps of something. 3 steps in the right hand and globus cruciger something. Cruciger. A cruciger in the left hand. Reading 𝚑𝚘 and our Lord Justinian, may he live for many years. Yeah, Pax Peace on globus cruciger. Okay. Is there another picture we can use? That's a nigga. That might be a white woman. I don't know. That's definitely a dude. That's how my beard look. Straggly, pointy. Judeans, not no big, thick old caveman looking. Straggly, pointed, afro in the back. That's a Persian king though. That's Persia. You can tell that's Persia. That's their hairstyle. And them boys got them bows. Probably Elam. Oh, Persian coin. What is that? That's the backside. I don't know what that is. See, you got people that study little stuff like this. That's the inner ear, and that's the. They'll explain all of that. That's his mouth is actually open. That's all of that. A white man. Look like my homeboy Chris. You know, little red beard. Yeah, I can imagine. So let's go back. Let's go all the way back. There we go. Okay. Justinian was the first Byzantine ruler, 700 AD or 8th century AD, to strike coins depicting a portrait of Christ. The first. We see Christ as some of the earliest Christians saw him, an almost celebratory portrait of a young man. Quite the contrast to later medieval interpretations of him as a defeated, solemn-looking figure. This nigga don't look like he's getting his ass beat. But let me show you who is looking like they're getting their ass beat. Woo! Look at this defeated man. Woo! Don't you try. Don't you dare try. They trying it, ain't they? This the Jesus I know. Good Lord. That's the nigga I know. That's the nigga everywhere. That nigga scares the shit out of me. That nigga scared me. That nigga scared me. Passion of the Christ, the movie of Mel Gibson, his racist ass. This is the Christ they trying to read. This is the new Christ. They trying to make him look like this. Woo! That's the Christ them Jehovah's Witnesses be showing me. Woo! Woo! Look at that blonde. Look at that big. This nigga look like a redneck dressing up for the goddamn. For them goddamn burning of the cross. Woo! Couldn't be nothing else, right? He can't be nothing else. But thou, white man, art the Christ. He can't be. Listen, he can't be nothing else. He got to be white. This is in Puerto Rico. So you Puerto Ricans, get off of that junk, man. Matter of fact, defile that monument. Woo! That's Christ. This is who is this guy? Now we gonna do one thing. Look how pasty bastard. Look how pasty sick he look. Now we gonna get one thing. Hold on. Let's get what did I want to get? Let me get damn. Oh, 𝔜𝚍𝚎. I'll put it on pause. Woo! Well, that's you, my man. That looks just like you. You got a cousin, Jesus? Woo! They doing that now because they coming out with that Netflix show, but I don't care about that. I want to see what this nigga looking like. 792. They got that string on them, but wait, when you look at this, I don't see no damn string here. So even in 792, y'all lying. Y'all is lying. That's a remake of 79. Listen, y'all must have been doing Justinian in it. That don't look like my boy. That don't look like my boy. You ain't my boy. Why was he so feared? 𝔜𝚍𝚎 Borgia was the son of Pope Alexander the VI 6. Caesar was, I hate Roman numerals, the Duke of Valentinois. When he died, he died prematurely too. His image was forced upon Catholic churches as a false image of Christ. Wow. I wish you would give me some dates, you bastard. But you know it's after 700 AD at least. Woo! Look at this devil. And this how he really looked. Like this. Woo! 1500s. Woo! Lord have mercy on my soul. Please, Lord. Look at this man. Woo! I can't do it. Woo! That's that man right there, ain't it? So let's go back and get that depiction off. I don't want to see that. I do not want to see that. Let's keep going. Solemn looking, defeated, solemn looking figure. Oh, depressed ass looking motherfucker. Of the 12 tribes of Yashara'el, none civilized the struggle between flesh and spirit. Oh, that's Ephraim. More poignantly than the tribe of Ephraim. What is poignantly? I'm glad you asked. I need to know myself. Keenly distressing to the feelings. Keen or strong mental appeal. Distressing the feeling sorry for, like always in a struggle emotionally. More than Ephraim. At one moment rebuke and the next praise. 𝚑𝚊𝚘𝚎. Let's get 𝚑𝚊𝚘. 𝚑𝚊𝚘𝚎. Aleph, silent. So 𝚑𝚊𝚘𝚎. Pei, Rosh, Yod, and Mem, final. 𝚑𝚊𝚘𝚎. Apparayam. So apparayam, right? Apparayam. At one moment rebuke and next praise. Apparayam. Ephraim, I say Ephraim, was never far from Yahuwah's watchful eye. In fact, the Ephraimites seem to be at the center of many of Israel's most historical moments, drawing a mixture of both wrath and praise. Let me make this a little smaller. A prime reason for this was their tribal allotment. The pages of the Old Testament are saturated with the phrase hill country of Ephraim. So let's see the hill country of Ephraim. Here we go. This is all Ephraim. This is Judah down here. But this is Ephraim. Remember, Ephraim was all of Israel mostly. The city, the capital of Israel, northern Israel, was Samaria. And then you got Shechem right here. This is Mount Ephraim. You got Jezreel Valley, Mount Megiddo, Armageddon, Jezreel. Oh yeah, all the battles right here. A lot. It's like America reincarnated. All the bloodshed is right here, right? All the blood is in the land right here, right? So it's going to be something special spiritually. This is Ephraim. Joab's census went all around. Barely grazed Ekron and Gad. Probably some Israelites in the city messing with the Philistines like Samson and them. You know, but he ain't went up in there. Did a little census. Did his thing. On the borders. You know, didn't mess with the Tyrites, the Ashdodites, or whatever. Not too much. Okay, cool. That's Ephraim. Let's look at it again. Ephraim. Shiloh. Bethel is in Ephraim. What else? Samaria is in Ephraim. Kingdom of Israel is mostly Ephraim. Jezreel Valley, Ephraim. Samaria, Ephraim. Where we at? This looks like where's Beth Horon? Where's Modin? Beth Horon should be they changed the names up a little bit. This is Jerusalem. Beth Horon should be over here somewhere. They coming from that sea coast. Okay, let's continue. Okay. That's the Philistine area. Let's go back to the main one. Right there. Okay. Right here. That's what I want to get. Ephraim. 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 Okay, back to this one. Ephraim. Let's keep reading. The hill country of Ephraim. You saw the hills? Did you see the hills? Did you see the hills? It's hilly. All up along this ridge is hilly. The great continental rift is the Jordan River, the Sea of Galilee, Dead Sea, and Lake Hula is the valley, but on the side is the each continent. This is Africa continent plate. That's Eurasia continental plate, or the Arabian plate down south. And this is what you get when the two tectonic plates collide. It's an induction down, creates a little valley, and it creates mountains up here, little ridges. All right, little geography, topography. All right, get down with it. For it was in these hills Abraham first journeyed. Shimeon and Levi slaughtered the men of Shechem. Deborah and Gibeon warded off heathen armies. Shual and Dovodod fought the Philistines, and the northern kingdom of Yasharal was first born. The hill country of Ephraim played host to much of the Old Testament. The term would come to encompass much more than just the boundaries of the tribe of Ephraim. In fact, the name Ephraim came to represent much more than simply the tribe, but also the entire northern kingdom of Israel. Okay, continue. Again, this is describing us. Guinea. Let's bring up Guinea next. Let's get Guinea. Where is Guinea? Here we go. We got Guinea. Now we got Guinea. Region along the west coast of Africa. So we never used to call this place whatever it is. We called it the Sudanese. We don't mess with the Sudanese. You see the territory. So while we're escaping persecution, you can only go this way through the Moroccan mountains where the Berber lions are at. The lions that you see in Roman depictions, not the regular African lions today. Those are not the same lions. The lions of prominence and royalty were the Berber lions with the hard, distinct face looking like Negroes, or Negroes looking like, well, yeah. Anyways, Saharan desert. Nobody's there. So you either go down through the mountains of Ethiopia, beyond the rivers of Ethiopia, which is the Nile, Victoria and all of that. And we will go down here along the mountain ridge, which I'll show you that. I'll show you the route. Or we will come down here and just go straight through the desert. But nobody lived right here. West coast of Africa, presumably from an African word, perhaps Tuareg, Agana, black people, as a derogatory term for an Italian. 1896. It is from Guinea, Negro, 1740s, black person, person of mixed ancestry. Alright? Applied to Italians probably because of their dark complexions relative to Northern Europeans being taken over by the Moors. And after 1911, it was occasionally applied to Hispanic and Pacific Islanders as well. Okay, so the Negritos. New Guinea was so named 1546 by Spanish explorer Inigo Ortiz de Retz, that bastard, in reference to the natives' dark skin and tightly curled hair. What? Africans don't have tightly curled hair. I'm going to tell you that right now. And their skin is different. I'm going to tell you that right now. You ever see African skin? Okay, here's the mountains. It's a barrier. Uh-oh, here's another barrier. Mountains are barriers for God to divide people. Kingdom of Judah. Wood slave coast. Judah. Then you got Benjamin. You got some Barakai. Look at the names. Then you got proper Guinea. So Guinea is where the land of Judahs were. Where the land of Judah is, where the Judites were at after the persecution of Rome. Hold on a second. Give me a second. The Guinea hen is a domestic fowl imported from there. We love our chicken. The Israelites. 1. Go to Moroccan. Go to Morocco. Go to Morocco. You see the mountains? Kingdom of 𝚑𝚅. So you got Judah, Odoba. When they bring Jasper and slaves. Desert of Seth. I'm just reading. Okay. Gold Coast. Oh yeah, they came right up in here. They had field day with y'all black ass. Y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know where y'all come from. That's it. That's it. Kingdom of Judah. Kingdom, look at the rivers. Kingdom of Judah. Sudan. I'm from Sierra Leone. That's as much as far back as I can go. Sierra Leone. That's all I know. What else we got? Ooh, let's get down to this. Keep your eyes on Alexander Janus, okay? He married somebody. But Herod comes out of these guys. Simeon, you know, he comes out of a joint marriage between the Maccabees and one of the Edomites. But they, an abridged family tree of the Maccabees Hasmoneans, who came from the Assyrians. So the Assyrians were a group of people, and out of these zealots, there was a certain family tree called the Hasmoneans, and the men in this family tree would always be troublemakers for other nations. And out of that came the Maccabean family, who were damn sure of trouble, a thorn in the side of the Gentiles. And you got John, Simeon, Judas, Eliezer, Jonathan. Who is my favorite? Actually, I like Eliezer because that's a real nigga, and right after him, Simeon, because he's the administrator. You know about Judas, John, Jonathan. Jonathan's actually pretty cool too. And then John did his little thing. Alright. We're just going to go through. Just remember 103, 76, and 67, 63. So we're right around about first BC, 100 years before Mashiach. So let's get that. Where are we at? Where are we at? We are at... here we go. Right on down the line. Let's get this one. Okay. Okay. Chronology. That's it. Okay. Let me go back then. Well, yeah, let's go back. So as you can see, Alexander, I'm just trying to get where Herod came in, because he is related. Mattathias. Okay, Jonathan, Judas Maccabeus did his thing. Eliezer did his thing. He died early. Simeon Maccabeus. That's why I say I rock with him, because he's the one where he was the last one surviving. And he was more administrative with it, like I am. I'm not much of a battle ass nigga, but I'm smart as hell. I could get a bunch of hard niggas to go to war for me. Only me. Judas, Mattathias, John Hyrcanus, Tochter. So again, Simeon, Mattathias, Simeon, Johannes, Hyrcane, John Hyrcanus, Aristobule, Alexander Janus, Salome Alexandra, Salome. So they don't know which one she married, but whoever she married gave birth to Herod Agrippa. So let's go and see. Go to the next one, please. Salome Alexander, 76 to 67. 76 to 67. So she ruled as queen, or if you got governors at the time, she was a governor's wife. She ruled as a governor for like 6-7 years after her husband, Alexander Janus. Okay, he married this black woman, right? So these Alexanders are, I think they're the Edomites. Some of them, John Hyrcanus, one of them mixed up with the Edomites. I need somebody else to do a study about that, the lineage of Herod. Not that it matters. But yeah, she ruled. After she ruled, she gave birth to one of these niggas, Herod the not so great. You see that? Boom, boom. Married, boom, boom. had separate children or whatever. So these are different people, and then their children got together, I guess, down the line, married and had Herod. Okay. All right.